So, what is a good message that you have for all the graduates?
That's a good one. So, this is my speech that I would love to hear. Let's put it that way. If I was graduating 2021, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think that as we have young people crossing the stage, we shouldn't neglect all the things that they've been through to actually walk across that stage. Because last year, 2020, and this year, 2021, I think that the students who are graduating have had to endure a lot more than any other class that has graduated. None of us expected what COVID has become and where we are now. And they've really had to go through stuff. And I've watched even some of the most brilliant young people who have had it together for the most part break down in ways that I've never seen them break down before over the course of this past year, especially this second half of this past year. And it bothered me. It bothered me because we've never really sat down and hear from them what they're dealing with, how they're coping with it, or any of those things. And we're just expecting that they're just little machines that take on and deal with all of the things and the trappings of the pandemic, even though we adults really haven't figured it out or have a handle on how we're handling any of it either, right? And then they're dealing with the additional maturation process that comes with being a teenager in high school, which is figuring out your emotions that you're not aware of and knowing how they operate and what means what, and you're just all over the place. And then you have to deal with schoolwork, which a lot of, even from the perspective of a teacher, some of these students had assignments and overload of assignments that really wasn't even warranted. Not at the time that we're in right now. And we made it more about assignments than about the people. And that helps nobody. It actually even makes it even worse on the teachers too. Because now you're dealing with so many different things. And then young people are super overwhelmed. And they're over anxious. And they're doubting themselves. All while dealing with their own personal issues that we don't even ask them about when they show up for our class or don't do our assignments. We focus on our assignments and our projects and our tests and all these things, but yet we've had, and I personally have dealt with students who really were in Child Protective Services custody and having to be moved from place to place because they didn't really have somewhere to be at. And then they're dealing with Chromebook issues, which means that they're not able to do some of the assignments that I'm asking because it requires them to record their voices. But I'm seeing that these are students who are willing to do the work. Not all of them, sure, but for the most part, they're willing to do the work, but they have barriers that keep them from doing the work. And it's out of their control, but they don't know how to ask for help because life itself is just beating them up. So as these young people are crossing the stage this year, in my opinion, we need to really not only congratulate them, but we need to wrap our arms around them and really big them up. Because I don't know of many other generations that would have been able to keep it together well enough to even make it across that stage on 2 feet. And I really strongly feel like we downplay what these young people really have to take on because we never had to deal with it. We never had to face none of this stuff. And they're now graduating and going into a world where there's even more uncertainty. But they're doing it anyway. So my words to these young people that are graduating in 2021, and even those who graduated in 2020 especially, go make this world whatever you want to make it. Go out there, trust yourself, and do what's necessary for you to become the person that you want to be in life. Figure out whatever it needs to be, connect with the people who you know actually genuinely care for you, and spend time with those people. Because this world can be pretty brutal. And it's going to even get more brutal as you get older. But never forget about yourself and taking care of yourself first. Believe in yourself and know that you're more than capable of accomplishing whatever it is that you set out to and you're willing to work for. It's more than possible. You made it this far. You finished this journey that even I know a lot of you didn't want to. But you pushed yourself. You were resilient. You overcame. And you conquered this part of your journey. And now it's on to the next one. So good job to every single one of you. I salute you. And know that there are people out here that actually see you. That's it.